Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode of Picks.net NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks over on X. And if you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. Currently red hot in the NHL for a while now, basically since November. So a couple cold streaks in there, but it's very small. So looking to keep things going here on this Monday slate. We're not going to waste too much time because we have an afternoon game starting in a little bit under an hour. So I'll be breaking that down here in just a moment. Taking a look back at yesterday, Jake Sanderson over half a point, lost. And I don't want to call myself a Sanderson jinx, but the two games he has not got a point in lately are the two games I bet on him in. The other games he recorded points. So maybe Sanderson just doesn't like me too much. I don't know. But somebody that does like me is James Van Riemsdyk, who is now cashed in back-to-back games or his over half a point. Of course, he cashed us a big plus money goal scorer prop earlier in the season as well. JVR just continues to not look like a 37-year-old. He does not look 37 years old whatsoever. Beautiful goal. Not only was it a winner, but a beautiful goal too by JVR yesterday. You're going to give me a player on the top line, on the top power play against a team with the worst goaltending in the NHL, and you're going to give me that player for minus 115 when he's on a big streak. Going to take him, and that's what we did. So, also, if you cashed on my premium play with me, it was Detroit team total over 3.5 plus 100. Was obviously very close, going overtime, but the Wings got the win. So. Overall, nice there. And then 2-0 in NFL yesterday for me. The Patriots -3 and the Chicago Bears +4.5, both cashed. So a nice weekend in the NFL overall and a nice weekend in the NHL. And now we are going to jump right into today's slate after we quickly go and say hello to everyone in the chat. Hey, Book, how's it going? Late? Yes. Well, I have to go and make sure my hair is nice because we have some commenters that told me that I should be brushing my hair and stuff before the show. Now, for those that don't know, I work until 12:30, so I literally leave work a minute early so that I can do the show. So there's not a whole lot of time for me to be trying to look all nice and pretty for you guys, which of course is not why I do the show. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's why I was late, because I was making sure that my hair looked okay. Hi, Terry. Hi, Timothy. How's it going? It's the legendary Terry Edelbags. Hey, Irish King. Nice to see you. Let's go, Terry. That's the plan. We're going to go in just a second into the first game. And one free premium pick for every minute we have to wait. That would be a nice deal, wouldn't it? That would be a nice deal. Terry, I'm currently in the Lenovo Center. Let's go Buffalo F the Canes. Tim is at the Canes game. I hope you have a great time. And we'll talk about some Sabres players here in just a moment. What's up, Terry? Had surprisingly my biggest winning day of the season. Everything hit. Lightning over, Detroit money line, JVR point, Oilers puck line. Amazing day. Thanks for the great insight. I love to hear it. Absolutely love to hear it. Very nice. Never knew Terry was a diva. Yeah, basically, I have to get all nice and pretty before I do the show. No, I'm kidding. Great job, Terry. Forget all the haters. Yeah, it's all good. But we're going to jump right into it here and start with the very first game that's starting here in just under an hour. We've got the Buffalo Sabres +155 road dogs, the Carolina Hurricanes -185 home favorites, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. Tim Earl, who I just obviously brought up in the comments, lives in Carolina, but he is a Buffalo fan. And you can ask Tim how things have gone going to Hurricanes games to watch the Sabres. And he probably knows it hasn't gone too well. This is an extremely heavy home series. The home team wins. When Carolina goes to Buffalo, Buffalo wins. When Buffalo goes to Carolina, Carolina wins. And that's just how it's been. The home team is 13-1 in the last 14 meetings between the teams. 2-2-1 to a total of 6, so 2 overs and 3 unders. But depending on who's on the road, who's at home in this series, the total is very dominant. So in Buffalo, a lot of low-scoring games. But here in Carolina, Carolina's won 12 games in a row at home against the Buffalo Sabres. 6 of the last 7 meetings in Carolina have gone over 6.5. Carolina has scored 4 or more goals against the Sabres in 10 of the last 11 in Carolina, and they've scored 5 or more goals against the Sabres in 6 of their last 7 home games against the Sabres. So Buffalo comes to Carolina. Carolina scores 5 goals. They end up winning. That's usually what's been happening in recent years. But this Buffalo Sabres team is a lot different this year. And we continue to see it. Playing their best hockey in years. Do they get the win here? I'm not sure. I'm not going against the heavy past history between these two teams. Now, the value is definitely with Buffalo at plus 155. This Buffalo Sabres team, as I said, playing the best hockey in years right now. The Canes were overall struggling, but they've got it going here in their last 2 games. A 9-1 win against the Florida Panthers and a 4-1 win against the New Jersey Devils in their last game. For me here, Alex Tuch, anytime goal, plus 240 to start off the show. Why am I taking Alex Tuch, anytime goal? Well, he scored in 3 of his last 4 games and 5 of his last 7 games. Absolutely red hot, finding the back of the net. But he's also had success against the Hurricanes. He has scored a goal in 4 games in a row against Carolina, and 3 of his last 4 trips to Carolina, he's scored a goal. So, success against the Canes, and especially success in Carolina. You're going to give me plus 240 with Tuch anytime goal. I'm going to take it here. Anytime goal plus 240. And can't forget Ryan McLeod, over half a point, plus 144. Just absolutely incredible odds for McLeod here. He has a point in 6 of his last 7 games, 3 multi-point games during that stretch. He is red hot offensively right now. He's also great on the road, a point in 7 of his last 9 road games, but he's a Hurricanes killer. He's got a point in 8 of his last 9 games against Carolina, and 3 consecutive games in Carolina. So, for whatever reason, McLeod likes to face the Hurricanes, and you're going to give me his point prop at plus 144 when he's absolutely red hot right now. I have to take it. I have to take it here in this one. Brandon Bussi is confirmed for the Hurricanes. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen unconfirmed here for the Buffalo Sabres here in this game. Looking at other players on streaks, if you don't want to take Tuch for a goal, his point is a great parlay piece. Points in 7 games in a row. Same thing with Thompson. Points in 7 games in a row. Benson is a point in 4 of his last 5 games on that top line with those guys, plus 160. Seth Jarvis has been heating up recently. I've mentioned McLeod. Dahlin is on a 4-game point streak, minus 120. He's got some value here. Goal streaks, basically Alex Tuch is the hottest Sabres goal scorer right now. And then Andrei Svechnikov has scored in back-to-back games for the Hurricanes. Thompson has a power play point in 3 games in a row, plus 210. Assists, Thompson has an assist in 6 games in a row, plus 120. McLeod has an assist in 4 of his last 5, plus 223. I'm taking the point. Plus 144 is good for me. And then Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, Rasmus Dahlin, Nikolai Ehlers, and Jason Zucker all have assists in back-to-back games, all at different odds. I won't go through them all, but guys on both sides here having success offensively, and I'm basically cheering for Buffalo. Basically cheering for Buffalo here in this game. Let's go see. Terry. Hey, Kyle. How's it going? Hope all is well. Terry, what's better than having the Red Wings and hearing Eminem? No. Yeah. No, it was nice. It's nice. Especially when you bet on a Detroit prop and the Detroit team total. Canes team total over 3.5. I could not talk you off that at all. I could not talk you off it at all. I am on 2 Sabres props because the value is definitely with the Sabres props. But the Hurricanes have had a lot of offensive success against the Sabres team. Svechnikov anytime goal is a good look as well. It is. Dome Point, I'm not taking him today. Probably going to cash. So not a bad look at all. 0-5, but today is the day. So Tim's 0-5 going to see the Sabres. Today's the day. Sabres money line, plus 170. Team total over a half in the first period. Dome Point and Thompson goal, plus 150. Good luck, Tim. Good luck. Lion is better than Luukkonen. Can't spell. That's okay. It's all good. No one confirmed yet, so we'll see. Lion is going to play sometime in the near future, but not confirmed for today, as long as I know. Hi, Terry. I told you it wouldn't be long before we got a new Dallas losing streak. Yes, Mel. The Stars lost again. K-Andre, do it for MLK. 2 points. All right. Sebastian Aho, anytime goal, plus 140. 17 goals in 24 games for Buffalo. And he's hot right now. Robert. Tim's not happy with Robert. Can we get an overplay? I do have premium total plays over on the site, so you can go and get those over at picksandparlays.net. But games that I would think that we could get some goals in. This one, obviously, I got 2 props in it. Buffalo, Carolina. Think we can get some goals in Washington, Colorado, San Jose, Florida, Philly, Vegas, maybe Winnipeg, Chicago. But there's definitely some opportunities for some overs on the slate. Live betting this game over, you could do that. Alex Line is expected per Roto. Yeah, I don't pay attention to RotoWire personally. Carolina team total over 3.5 minus 120. Not a bad look at all. Buffalo plus 1.5 minus 155. All right. And Canes in regulation minus 115. All right, everyone's kind of all over the place here in this early game, but that's okay. We'll move on along to our next one. The Washington Capitals and the Colorado Avalanche. The Caps plus 170 road dogs. The Avalanche minus 205 home favorites, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. Goalies here. Let me do a quick refresh. Let's see. No confirmed goalies yet. Logan Thompson, Scott Wedgwood, both unconfirmed here, and very similar numbers. Logan Thompson, 2.38 goals against average, 219 for Wedgwood, 914 save percentage for Thompson, 917 save percentage for Wedgwood here in this game. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, the Caps have lost back-to-back games, 3-2 against San Jose, and then 5-2 against the Panthers. And Colorado's lost back-to-back games at home. 4-3 overtime loss to Toronto, and then a 7-3 loss. Their first regulation loss at home in their last game against Nashville. Looking at the Avalanche's last four games, 8-2 against Ottawa, 4-0 against Columbus. I was on the over in that game. 4-3 overtime against Toronto, and then 7-3 against Nashville. So the Avalanche involved in high-scoring games. The Capitals coming off a 5-2 loss. Some unders before that, but looking at these two teams, Colorado 5-1 in the last 6 meetings, and 3 of the last 4 have gone over 6.5. Not on the over personally, but I do think we get goals here, and I do see a scenario where we could see a 3-3 type game at some point, or I could see a scenario where the Avalanche come out a little angry and embarrassed at getting blown out, giving up a touchdown on home ice. And I could see an instance where Washington gets lit up, or Logan Thompson, if he starts, could get lit up. So I could see either way here in this game. Looking at guys on streaks right now, John Carlson, over half a point, plus 120. Very, very close to pulling the trigger on this. He has a point in 4 of his last 5 games. He has been hot recently. So definitely not a bad look with Carlson. Jacob Chikrin has a point in back-to-back games, 3 of 5. He's starting to heat up, plus 120. Goal streaks, Brock Nelson. He's scored in 4 of his last 5 games and 7 of his last 10. He's been incredibly consistent for the Avalanche. Plus 185 for Nelson to score. And then Marty Necas has scored in back-to-back games for Colorado. Plus 180. So Nelson plus 185. Necas plus 180. Not bad goal scoring props at all. I just have a lot today, so couldn't make my card here, these two, but will not surprise me at all to see both of them find the back of the net. Necas and Nelson both looking to bounce back after the Avalanche's last loss. Mark Stone, anytime goal, go to bed and wake up a winner. We will be discussing that game, but if you've been watching the show for the last few weeks, or if you've been watching the show for a while, you guys know I'm a streaks bettor. We'll talk about Mark Stone, don't worry, because that's all we do is talk about Mark Stone in recent weeks. Over 6.5, I like it. I do. I like it. Dylan Strome, power play point or anytime goal. Dylan Strome. Let's see how he's doing. Let's see. Goals wise, he's much more of an assist guy, but overall, and the power play points, 2 of his last 4, he has a power play point. I wouldn't take it personally, but best of luck if you do. Sabres beat writer Mike Harrington says UPL for Buffalo. Yeah, I would expect that. I don't think they're going to rush Lion back yet. Yes, Tkachuk is back. We'll be talking about him in the next game. You just stole my thunder. No, I'm kidding. Irish game. But yeah, he's back. First time this season, Tkachuk will be in the lineup for the Panthers. Strome anytime goal, Protas anytime goal. Very nice value with both. Nelson plus 160, McKinnon plus 100, Lehkonen point, and Necas assist plus 129. I like it. But we will continue on along with our next game, which is the San Jose Sharks and the Florida Panthers. The Sharks plus 160 road dogs. Florida minus 190 home favorites, a total 6.5 here in this one. Now, I do think we're going to see goals here in this game, but we do have a bit of an under history here. 4 of the last 6 between these two teams have gone under 5.5. Florida 12-1 in the last 13 meetings. That one loss was earlier this year. The San Jose Sharks finally finding a way to end their losing streak against the Panthers. A 3-1 Sharks win in San Jose. Florida's won the last 6 in a row in Florida, which shouldn't surprise anybody between these two teams in recent years. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, the Sharks coming off a 4-2 loss to Detroit. But overall, they've won 3 of their last 4. They're involved in high-scoring games. And then the Panthers, they've won 3 of their last 4, but the Panthers are involved in high-scoring games as well. 6-2, 3-2, 4-3, 9-1 loss, and a 5-2 win against the Capitals in their last game. So both teams involved in high-scoring games. Previous history says under. I think we're probably going to get goals here, but I'm not on the over in this game. I am, however, and this is not going to surprise anybody that watched the show recently, give me Colin Graf, anytime goal plus 450. I did see plus 550, then moved down to plus 500 at 365. So if you do want to lock it in there. Otherwise, shop the lines for the best odds here. I locked it in for plus 450 at DK just because it's more available to more people. Why am I taking Colin Graf anytime goal? Well, he is a streaky goal scorer. Nothing I love more than a streaky goal scorer. This is his 3rd goal streak of the season. He scored a 3-goal and a 4-goal streak earlier on in the year. Then he goes cold for a while, but then all of a sudden he gets hot and scores in consecutive games, which is exactly what I want. He scored now at 3 games in a row. And this Florida Panthers team, over their last 6 games, giving up 4.33 goals per game. They're allowing goals right now. Colin Graf is just way too great of odds here. Plus 450 for him to score. I'm going to stick with him one more time. If he scores for us, we're taking him tomorrow against Tampa. If he doesn't, I'll lay off. But Colin Graf, anytime goal here, plus 450 in this game. His point prop is available. So if you wanted to play it a little bit safer and go with the point prop, I think it was about plus 150, but plus 150 and plus 450, a huge difference. So I locked in the Colin Graf anytime goal. Here in this one, guys on streaks here. Matthew Tkachuk is listed on a streak, but obviously hasn't played at all this year, so I will not count that streak. But Graf, point in 4 games in a row, plus 152. And he did have a point against the Panthers. He had an assist in that game, so didn't score, had an assist in the game against Florida earlier this year. Will Smith is back, obviously had a point in the last game for the Sharks. He's minus 110. Eklund, minus 115 for a point. And then that's basically it for guys with value. The only guy in a streak right now is Colin Graf, 3 games in a row, or Juvis Belinkas, a defenseman for the Panthers. He's scored in back-to-back games, plus 1,900, if you think he can get it to 3 games in a row here. Celebrating assists, yeah, but minus 150, have to be a parlay piece. And that's basically it here for this game between the Sharks and the Panthers. Let's see. Strome has 3 goals in 2 games versus Wedgwood. Okay. Hi, Terry. Good to see ya. It's a blue Monday, folks, in the world. Take the blue teams. Most of them shall win. Both New York teams, Jets, Buffalo, Florida, Seattle, Toronto, Washington, all wear blue. The Wild don't wear blue, though. No, I'm kidding. But we'll talk about that game next, actually. Bennett Reinhart, anytime goal. Not bad looks. Sharks plus 150. All right. Yeah, I could see. I'm not rushing to go back to Panthers. Yes, they're getting Tkachuk back finally, but that doesn't necessarily always help teams. Actually, sometimes it really doesn't. It has the opposite effect, having a star player come back. So we'll have to see exactly how it goes there. Celebrating anytime goal. All right. Over 1.5 points. Will Smith anytime goal. Good combinations, especially if you do like the Sharks. Lundell anytime goal plus 200. 3 goals in 4 games versus Nedeljkovic. All right. But we'll continue on along to our next one. The Minnesota Wild and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Wild minus 110. The Leafs minus 110. And a total of 6 here in this one. But, of course, I forgot goalies. Nedeljkovic confirmed for San Jose. And Bobrovsky confirmed for Florida. Surprisingly, very similar numbers. 302 goals against average for Nedeljkovic, 309 for Bobrovsky, 894 save percentage for Nedeljkovic, 874 for Bobrovsky. So that's really surprising. Really surprising that the odds that their stats are so similar. But going back to this one here, Philip Gustafsson confirmed for Minnesota, 15-9-5, 2.55 goals against average, 909 save percentage. Joseph Woll for Toronto, 11-4-3, 2.73 goals against average, 912 save percentage. Woll coming off a game he would rather forget against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now we'll be looking to bounce back against the Wild. Minnesota won both games between the two teams last year, but Toronto had won the previous 5. So Toronto overall has had more success against the Wild than other Eastern Canadian teams. Back to both meetings last year went under 5.5. 3 of the last 5 have gone to overtime. So we usually get slower, close games between these two teams. When I look at this one, pass. Now, there is one prop that I'll mention here in a second that I do like. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. But here in this one, I would much rather take the Wild tomorrow against Montreal because they've absolutely dominated Montreal. But second night of a back-to-back here, it's not a great spot for the Wild tomorrow. And with how injured the Wild is, if the Canadians are ever going to beat the Wild, it should be tomorrow. So don't love the spot for the Wild tomorrow. Don't love this spot either. Toronto, yes, coming off a long road trip, but with their last game. Actually, their last game was an overtime win against Winnipeg, but they lost back-to-back before that. 6-1 against Utah, 6-5 against Vegas. Both of these teams involved in high-scoring games. The last 4 games for the Wild, 4-3, 5-2, 6-2, 5-4. And for the Leafs, 4-3, 6-1, 6-5, and 4-3. So both teams have gone over 6.5 in 4 consecutive games. I could see some goals here. The Wild still will be without their second line. Now, Johansson, not 100% sure about him, but Boldy and Ek will not be here in the lineup for the Wild. If I was getting to something here, it would be Ryan Hartman, over half a point for the Wild. Top line, top power play. I'm seeing him at around -110 for a point. He has won in 5 of his last 6 games, 2 of his last 4 against the Leafs. Ryan Hartman is the Wild's hottest player right now, and that's not good. And we've talked about this before, because this isn't the first time that Ryan Hartman has been the only hot Wild on the Wild roster. But right now, it's the Hartman show. -108 for a point. I don't hate it, but ultimately haven't got to it yet. Both teams really going towards the over, but I could see this being a sneaky under. I could. Other guys in streaks, point-wise, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot here. Tarasenko and Urov for the Wild both have points in back-to-back games. +110 for Tarasenko, +153 for Urov. That line is a lot of chemistry between Urov, Tarasenko, and Trennan. We saw it earlier in the year. Now, when there was injuries, and now there's injuries again. So wouldn't surprise me to see that line have some success. Hartman has scored in 3 of 5, and Matthews has scored in 3 of 5 for the Wild and the Leafs. And his streak's not a whole lot. Not a whole lot here. Different guys with 3 of their last 5 games. So ultimately a pass, but I think Ryan Hartman likely gets a point in this game. Lundell, anytime goal, +200. 3 goals in 4 games versus Elkich. I might have already brought that up, but that's okay. Thanks for all the member picks over the weekend. I was super busy. It was nice to have those to lean on. Thanks, Addison. I really appreciate it. Thanks, of course, for being a member. Thanks to all the members on the channel. Terry, I was just kidding. I like the Wild too. No, hey, no. I'm not betting a side. I can't bet a side here in this one, but I could see the draw. I could see this being a really close one, but I wouldn't talk anyone off taking Toronto right now. The Wild are extremely injured. Do I like the over in this game? Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Bad spot for San Jose. 6 on the road today at home, and then 3 on the road. Okay. Tavares point, anytime goal, he's due. All right. Wild first goal, first period, +130. They've scored the first goal in 5 of 7. Wild first period money line, -110. I don't hate it. Kaprizov anytime goal, +110. All right. I'm here. I took Bennett and Will Smith anytime goals in the last game. All right. Tarasenko goal, +340. Hartman anytime goal, not a bad look. I would just go with the point. I would, but haven't got to it. Austin Matthews anytime goal, +110. 11 in 14 games versus the Wild. Yeah, 4 goals in 5 games versus Gus. All right. Yeah, he's been a bit of a wild killer. Did you mean a bad spot for Florida? Maybe, yeah, I think so. Hartman anytime goal, +250. Not a bad look. Can someone please explain what does the -1 mean in hockey? For example, if I wanted to take the Hurricanes at -1. If you take the Hurricanes at -1 and they win by 2, you win your bet, you're good to go. If you take the -1 and they win by 1, it's a push. So I'm not one that does -1s. There are people that like that type of thing. Not me, but... And then also some people, instead of taking the -1, some people will split the money line and the puck line, which is kind of the same thing. But Zuccarello, Faber, Hughes, each over 1.5 shots on goal, +139. All right. Yes, bad spot for Florida. All right. Loose Change DFS hockey season, bong rep season continues from Garden City, Colorado. Thank you for your insight, good information, content. Smash the like button, you filthy animals. Thank you, Pod Degen. Thank you as always. What up, Terry? Happy Monday. I saved my self by live betting when the Bears were down 7-0, plus 9.5. And Bears money line was your first play. Live betting is the move sometimes. Yes. Live betting can be very, very profitable. Minus 110. Okay. But on to our next game here, which is the Philadelphia Flyers and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Flyers plus 175 road dogs. Vegas minus 210 home favorites, and a total of 6 here in this one. Taking a look here at goaltenders for this game. Bear with me for a second here. No confirmed goalies yet. Samuel Urson unconfirmed for Philly, and Aiden Hill unconfirmed for the Vegas Golden Knights. How are these two teams doing recently heading into this game? Well, the Flyers have lost 5 games in a row, and they haven't been pretty. 7-2 against Tampa Bay, 5-1 against Tampa Bay, 5-2 against Buffalo, 6-3 against Pittsburgh, and 6-3 against the Rangers. So the Flyers have lost 5 games in a row. They've given up at least 5 goals in each game, and they've lost by 3 or more. Absolutely horrible last 5 games for this Flyers team. Then you've got Vegas here on the other side, completely the opposite. 4-2 win against St. Louis, 7-2 win against the Sharks, 3-2 overtime win against the Kings, 6-5 overtime win against Toronto, and then a 7-2 beatdown over the Predators. I watched that game. Nashville literally gave up. You could see they literally gave up in that third period. But after facing and beating the Avalanche in regulation the night before, that was just an awful spot for that Predators team. If you wanted to take Vegas puck line, Vegas team total over, the full game over, whatever you want to do here, I think we kind of see similar of what we've seen. I think the Flyers continue to struggle, and I think Vegas continues to have success. Vegas 6-0-1 in the last 7 meetings between these two teams. 3 of the last 4 have gone over 6.5, and 3 of the last 4 have gone to overtime. So we've actually had some close games between these two teams, but recently the Flyers are not playing close games as of late. For me here, shocker alert, I know. Who could have seen this coming? Give me Mark Stone. Anytime goal plus 150 here in this game. Mark Stone has scored a goal in 10 of his last 11 games. That is incredibly hard to do in the NHL. Incredibly hard to do. 10 of his last 11 games, as well 12 of his last 15. Top line, top power play. He has scored in back-to-back games against the Philadelphia Flyers when he's faced them. Plus 150 anytime goal against this Flyers team that's struggling right now, especially in goal. Give me Mark Stone. Anytime goal. And that's not all. We're going back to an old favorite. One of the hottest goal scorers in the NHL when the season first started. Pavel Skorofeyev. Anytime goal here, plus 170. He scored a goal in 3 of his last 4 games. He's heating up. He had a 2-goal game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. At least 3 shots on goal in 4 of his last 5 games. So he's shooting the puck a lot, which is what I want to see. And he's faced the Flyers 4 times in his career. He has scored in 3 of those 4 games. So success against the Flyers. Red hot right now. Give me Pavel Skorofeyev. Anytime goal, plus 170 here, as well as Mark Stone. And I do like Shea Theodore point, but didn't get to it. Didn't get to it here in this one. Shea Theodore has a point in 4 of his last 5, 8 of his last 10, plus 100. Not a bad look at all. And let's see. Marner over 1.5 points in back-to-back games, plus 180 here in this one. Goal streaks, other than Stone and Dorofeyev, Marner, Eichel, and Theodore have all scored in 3 of their last 5 games. Marner, plus 229, Eichel, plus 145, and Theodore, plus 600. And Keegan Colasar has scored in back-to-back games for Vegas plus 800. They're literally getting goal scoring all over the place right now, this Vegas Golden Knights team. Assist streaks, Eichel 3 games in a row with assists, minus 175. Nothing you can do with that. Marner, Stone, Eichel, all in assist streaks, but minus 154, minus 142, minus 175. There's nothing you can do with those assist props unless you want to make them parlay pieces here in this game. We will go to the chat here. Let's see. Thank you, homie. No worries. No worries. If I take -1 and the game goes to overtime, do I still push? Yes, as long as the team you choose -1 wins, then it would be a push. Vegas team total over 3.5, minus 133. Not the best odds, but yeah, can't talk you off that right now. Watched a couple of your shows. New subscriber. Thanks for being here. Just want to say it's one of the better ones out there. Thanks for what you do. I really appreciate that, Bulldogger. Thank you so much for watching and being a subscriber here on the channel. Growing every day, so I really love to see it. Vegas over 6, minus 120. Yeah, not a bad look. If your team wins in overtime, yes, push, assuming your book includes overtime in their lines. Some have options for regulation too. Okay, yeah, so be careful with that. I don't do -1s personally. But Owen Tippett over 2.5 shots in goal, plus 130. All right. Mark Stone, anytime goal, 3 goals in 5 games versus Vladar. Is Vladar back? Well, he's not confirmed yet, so see if he is back or not. I kind of want to bet Mishkov anytime goal plus 350, but I'm 50-50 about it. Yeah, I don't really like what I've seen from Mishkov this year so far, but over 2.5 shots in goal for Marner, plus 202. That can't be right, is it? Wow. Eichel assists in 6 straight versus Flyers, multi-assists in 3 of those 6. Exactly what you want to see when you're on Mark Stone anytime goal. Or even Pavel Dorofeyev, because they're on the same power play. So I love to see it. Skorofeyev anytime goal, 3 goal. Yes. Whole team. And now, of course, no, but yeah. Right now, these two teams are just going in different directions right now. Different directions. Doro, Stone, in DraftKings tiers today. I like it. Marner, Eichel, assists parlay, plus 122. All right. Zegras assist, plus 150. Okay. Buffalo or Carolina to win? The value's with Buffalo, but the Hurricanes have dominated. Go back and watch that. There's 2 props I love in that, but I wouldn't touch the side. Vegas puck line, Stone goal, Dorofeyev point, plus 320. I like it, GSF. I like it. Now, the only thing that scares me a little bit about that is the overtime history between these two. But this Flyers team right now is just giving up 5-6 goals a game, losing by 3. That's just not good. Sprinkle first, second, third period point because plus 200 to 300 each. Okay. Yeah, if you want to target players in certain periods, you can do that. -1s are good for baseball parlay vibes. All right. But 2 more games left than the rest of the games on the slate segment. The Winnipeg Jets and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Jets -140. Road favorites. The Hawks plus 120 home dogs and a total of 6 here in this game. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, this Winnipeg Jets team looked like they were dead and gone and that their season was over. Now they're 4-0-1 in their last 5. So they won 4 games in a row, got to overtime against the Leafs, couldn't get the job done, finding a way to lose that. The Chicago Blackhawks have lost 4 of their last 5. Getting Connor Bedard back has not helped the Blackhawks offense. They have scored either 1 or 2 goals total in 4 of their last 5 games. The one game they scored more was a 3-0 win against Nashville. Coming off a 5-2 loss against the Boston Bruins, I was on Boston -120 in that game. Easy winner there. When I look at this one here, not touching the side, this Winnipeg Jets team, I'm not one of those that think they're back. They're going to go on this long run to the playoffs. I don't believe that. But I don't necessarily want to fade them right now, and I will not back this Hawks team. I took a shot with Chicago against Calgary. They couldn't beat the Flames, so until this Hawks team gets on some kind of roll, I have no interest in backing them. But what are people going to be talking about Winnipeg and about Chicago? Well, Jonathan Toews is making his return to Chicago. He's faced the Hawks one time already this year, got an assist in that game. Toews' point is plus 135. He has points in 7 of his last 10 games. So Jonathan Toews is playing really well right now. His point prop is plus money. I should probably be on it. But not at this point in time. But it's a good look. And a lot of people will probably be on Toews today in this situation. Alex Iafallo has a point in 4 games in a row, plus 136 for the Winnipeg Jets. Toews has scored in 4 of his last 5 games, plus 380. So if you wanted to go with the big plus money, you could do that. Assist streaks, Velarde, 3 games in a row with an assist, plus 127 here in this game. I just have this feeling, it just came over me. So don't make your handicapping because of it. But all of a sudden, I just saw Toews scoring the first goal for Winnipeg. So if you like that type of thing, it just makes sense too that he scores the first goal this game. So we'll see. See if I'm right there. Terry on the Ice Guys today asking for a friend. No, I actually have to run out after the show. So unfortunately not. Vladar traveled with the team, but did not practice with the team yesterday. Perfect. Take some time to come back when you're ready, Vladar, but preferably not tonight. A donation from Pod Degen. Thank you so much. Super chat, $2 USD for the burgers and fries, hockey, fun. Thank you for your time and insight. I appreciate that, Pod Degen. Thank you so much. The Jets did get to overtime on Saturday, but they crapped their legs doing it, blowing leads 2-0 and 3-1. Yes, so not a team that looks like they're back. I agree. But they are playing better. Morrissey point, 10 of last 12 versus the Hawks, multi-points in 7 of those 12. Wow. Okay, Morrissey. MLK inspired ticket today. Okay. Kyle Connor, anytime goal, plus 120, 4 goals in 3 games versus Knight. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about goalies. Hellebuck confirmed for the Jets, and Knight likely for the Blackhawks. Toews anytime goal for the narrative street on it. Yeah, I should be on it. I should. Love when I have plays down already and you bring them up. Perfect. Worth a sprinkle? Yeah, I probably will sprinkle a little bit on it, but not going to have it as a client play. Velarde anytime goal, plus 225, 2 goals in 2 games versus Knight. Okay. Minus 125. Says Terry Ray Vegas for over 1.5 goals in the first period. 6-0 for Winnipeg on the road, 8-1 for Hawks at home. Okay, so maybe we get goals early. Maybe Toews scores one of them. You're welcome, homie. Thanks so much. Sherwood to San Jose. Like that just happened? Terry, stop looking at my notes. I already bet Toews plus 1,000 for the first Jets goal. That's great odds. And no, it's just talking about this game, it just came to me. I just saw it in my head. Toews scoring the first goal. That just makes sense. Brad assist. Okay. Brad assist, Graph point, Toews point. Oh, for your parlay. Okay, plus 1036. Okay. And then Toews 2 assists. Ooh. The goal scorer bettors won't be happy with you, Chiz. But that does happen. Everyone's on the goal, and he gets 2 assists. Example, Mitch Marner the other night. But there you go. Final game before I get to the rest of the game on the slate segment. New York Rangers, Anaheim Ducks. The Rangers plus 120. The Ducks minus 140. Total of 6.5 here in this game. The member play of the day is in this one. So members will get this play posted on the YouTube section as soon as the show is done. And I guess I should quickly go back here. Winnipeg 12-0-1 in the last 13 meetings, so they've dominated Chicago. And then 2-0-1 to a total 6 in recent meetings. So, Jets dominate, high-scoring games recently. Here, Anaheim has won back-to-back games against the Rangers. The Rangers were 7-1 in the previous 8. So they had the Ducks number before that. To a total 6, 2 overs, and 3 unders in previous meetings. How are these two teams doing recently? The Rangers are coming off a 6-3 win against the Philadelphia Flyers, which ended their 4-game losing streak. They had lost 5-2 to Buffalo, 10-2 to Boston, 4-2 to Seattle, and 8-4 to the Ottawa Senators. And actually, they had lost against Utah before that. So their 5-game losing streak. The Anaheim Ducks were giving up a ton of goals, could not stop the puck, were scoring goals, but just could not get a save to save their life. But now they've won 3 games in a row, 3-1 against Dallas, 3-2 against LA, and 2-1 against LA. So the Ducks, goal scoring has kind of gone down a little bit here, but they do have injuries, but they're finally able to stop the puck. This Rangers team has not been able to stop the puck recently. Looking at this game here from player prop perspective, Panarin has a 9-game point streak. Whether you want to parlay him as assist or whatever, you could do that. Seneca has a 5-game point streak. He's minus 150. We're just not going to get much value with Seneca anymore for the point prop. Zibanejad has an 8-game point streak. Again, a parlay piece. Guys with value, Jackson Lacombe is a 0.45 plus 100, 7 of his last 10. I do think there's value here with Lacombe. In this one, goal streaks, Zibanejad has scored in 4 of his last 5 games. He's red hot, putting the puck in the back of the net right now, plus 210. Here, assists, Panarin, 9 games in a row with an assist, minus 115, which is in horrible odds. Beckett Seneca has an assist in 4 or 5, plus 140. Jackson Lacombe is an assist in 4 or 5, plus 130. And then Alex Lafreniere and JT Miller both have assists in back-to-back games, plus 145 for Miller and plus 280 for Alexis Lafreniere here in this game. Let's go to the chat here. He's injured. I think he can't be moved until he's healthy. Okay, so I heard rumors about him getting traded, but over 6.5 in this game. I could see it. Kreider anytime goal, Trouba assist. All right. Hit a 3-goal score lay from watching your show yesterday. Cousins, JVR, Hagel. Love to see it, Gregory. Love to see it. Kreider's washed. He's dealing with an illness right now. But best days behind him. But McTavish, anytime goal. Lacombe assist. Seneca, anytime goal. Don't hate it. 14 goals is not washed. He will end up at 22 to 25. There you go. Lacombe 6 of his last 7 plus 115. Got a goal at MSG December 15th. His point is minus 110. Yeah, great value there. Great value. Zibanejad anytime goal. Miller assist. Miller 2, Zibanejad 2. Okay. Seneca goal in 3 of last 4 at home. Plus 190. All right. Taves first goal plus 1,800 on Fanatic. Tips for Terry Longshot bets. Get it, Pod Gen. Confirmed. Wow. Sure. We're just okay. There you go. Cole Clayton and second rounders to Vancouver. All right. Panarin assist. Quinn Hughes assist plus 200. Don't hate it. It's confirmed. All right. Under in this game. The Ducks are are an under team right now. The Rangers are not. So it's up to you. Who do you think is going to dictate the pace here in this one? Sharks give up a pair of second rounders and a prospect. Okay. I'm glad the Wild didn't pull the trigger on that. I heard they were interested, but I heard Vancouver wanted a first. And can't give up a first for sure. But games I did not break down here. Pittsburgh and Seattle. The Kraken 7-2 all time against Pittsburgh. 1 over, 7 unders, and a push for a total of 6. The total is 6. So a lot of low-scoring games between Pittsburgh and Seattle. Seattle usually finding a way to win. Right now, both of these teams have lost 4 of their last 5. Pittsburgh back-to-back overs after 3 really low-scoring games. And Seattle 3-2, 4-2. 3-2, 4-2, 6-3. Kraken all over the place right now. So many better games on this slate, as we've discussed, for me. So absolutely nothing here in the Penguins and the Kraken. Guys on streaks, the best guy with value right now is Jordan Eberle, 0.4 of his last 5 games, minus 120. Eli Tolvanen and Kaapo Kakko both have points in back-to-back games as well. Chandler Stevenson. So there's some guys with value. Chris Letang, Vince Dunn both have points in 3 games in a row, plus 105, plus 110. So there are some guys with value here for points if you think there's going to be some goals. Eberle has scored in 3 of his last 5, and then assists. Chris Letang, Vince Dunn both have assists in 3 games in a row. So if you don't want to take the point prop, you could probably go with the assist prop between those 2 teams. New Jersey and Calgary. Calgary 11-2-1 in the last 14 meetings. 2 overs, 2 unders, and a push to a total of 6. The Flames have owned the New Jersey Devils for quite a few years now. How are these 2 teams doing recently? Well, the Flames have won 3 of their last 4, beating Pittsburgh, Chicago, and the Islanders, losing to Columbus. The Devils had won back-to-back games against Minnesota and Seattle, then lost to Carolina 4-1 in their last game. Again, here, not really interested in this one. Player props, there's 2 guys really with value here. Connor Zary is a point in 5 games in a row for Calgary, plus 120. And Dougie Hamilton has a point in 4 games in a row, plus 170 for the Devils. Dougie Hamilton, of course, is in heavy trade rumors right now. And now he's on a 4-game point streak, of course, since he got healthy scratched that 1 game. So Dougie Hamilton's playing really well right now. Probably trying to show off for whatever team wants to acquire him. Jack Hughes assist 4 of his last 5, minus 105. Dougie Hamilton assist 4 games in a row, plus 254. Connor Zary assist 3 games in a row, plus 233. So there are some guys with value here in this one. And then finally, the Islanders and the Canucks. If you'll remember earlier on in the season, we discussed this game. Vancouver 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. 14 of the last 16 have gone over 6.5. The first game this year, we were on the over, 4-1 win by the Canucks. So we didn't get it. Vancouver has scored at least 4 goals in 5 of their last 6 games against the Islanders. They usually have a lot of offensive success when they face the Islanders. But I don't want to back this Canucks team whatsoever. Their last 5 games, 5-0 loss to Toronto, 6-3 to Montreal, 2-1 to Ottawa, 4-1 to Columbus, 6-0 to Edmonton. They are scoring 1 or 0 goals. They did get 3 against Montreal, but in their other games, they've scored 2 goals combined in their other 4 games. I can't look at them for an over right now. And then the Islanders, 2-1, 4-3, 5-4, 1-0, 4-2. The Islanders are all over the place. They're alternating wins and losses. Islanders money line is minus 140. I think the Islanders do probably win this game, but they've struggled against the Canucks. I'm not taking them in regulation. Pass. Pass. Exactly why this game was not on the slate for single games to break down. Guys on streaks, nothing really. No real point streaks, no goal, no power play point, no assist streaks here. So can't go near an over despite the heavy over history with these 2 teams right now. So ultimately, I pass. Let's see here. Kreider, McTavish, Strome is the lines. Okay. Kreider versus former team, not a bad look. Good luck, Pimps. Good luck, Lions Blood. Sharks, baby. Sherwood to the Sharks. Crosby, anytime goal. I think he scored in back-to-back games, so he's heating up. Like, share, subscribe. You feel the animals. All right. Thank you, Podegen. Ian is on Buffalo. And over, also on the Wild. Okay. Wow, Ian's on the Wild. Interesting. Barzal is 16 assists in 12 games versus the Canucks. Okay. Hischier off 0 shots on goal, 2 games. Oof. Expect a bounce back. Usually does 7 of 9 on the road. Okay, I like it. Zach Charbonnet torn ACL. Wow. That's not good for the Seahawks. Terry, would you want the Wild to trade for Panarin? Does that sound give away my answer? No, not really. It depends what we can get him for. It depends what he costs. Honestly, if I'm looking at a Ranger, and yes, Vincent Trocheck is being talked about. If I'm looking at a Ranger player that I want, give me Mika Zibanejad right now. That's who I would take right now. But I trust Bill Guerin to do what needs to be done. Barzal assists 6 of his last 9 off a 0-point game and bouncing back, minus 125. All right. The over here, ooh, good luck, Robert. Good luck. Seneca assists plus 140, not a bad look. Sorokin is on point, exactly why I don't want to go near the over. Thanks, Terry. Your show helps a lot making money. Thank you, Robert. Krill Spark giving a thanks there. Islanders and Vancouver both blue. Isle shall bounce back. Calgary lost last time. Vancouver lost 2-5. Okay. Miami money line plus 263 NCAF National Championship. Best of luck. I will not be against you as I'm not betting it at all. You guys know I'm not much of a college guy. Rams over Pats. I could see that. Go Canes, Miami. And Schaefer Point, minus 105. Hoosiers? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong again, but sue me, guys. Sue me. Minus 13.5. Good luck, GSF. Thank you. The best show on the tube, Terry. Thank you, Chiz. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. Tampa, or thank you, Bay County Pretzel Girl. There you go. But thank you guys for watching. Best of luck on the NHL slate today. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL, Picks and Stats. Thanks for watching, guys.